This is the result of a straight pool break shot. What would you say are your chances of getting through this rack and into the next one? Keep watching to see how I do it. All it takes is execution, a positive attitude, and a little luck. Hello, my name is Bob. Welcome to a short stop on pool. Pretty traditional break shot to start. This is, I'm sure I'm just going to be trying to stun the cue ball to the rail. Oh, that was, okay. That was a draw stroke, and as it often happens, if you hit the bottom side of the ball in the rack, the cue ball goes 2 rails. Now, that used to be my favorite break shot, but I haven't done it in a long time. And this break shot did not turn out very well. I have a very thin cut on the 3. That's the only shot I have, but I'm choosing to bank it. And the reason for that is the thin cut, my cue ball is just going to go wild. With the bank, I'm coming to center table, and I'm hoping to get a shot on, if it goes farther, on the 6, if it doesn't go as far, on the 1, to open up this cluster. So this is a terrible rack. let me talk about this real quick. I've got a cluster in the center of the table, a cluster on this end of the table, or this near this rail, actually 5-ball cluster, and 2 up-table balls. I've only got 2 balls in the open, the 11 and the 1. That's it. This is like the worst case scenario after a break shot. And then on top of that, there is no potential break shot. I have no balls in the break shot area or below the rack. This is almost looks like a hopeless case, but you don't ever want to lose faith. As long as you have a shot, keep shooting. And that's what I do in this rack. So the cue ball didn't come where I wanted, but my best shot right now is this combination. And it's not all that hard of a combination. What I see is that the 10 ball is going to open up these balls, and all I want to do is pull the cue ball up here a little way, because then I can use the 1 ball in the side to open up the cluster on this. So that would be 2 shots, and all the trouble is wide open if I'm successful. So I've got that angle on the 1, but I ended up with a better shot on the 9, and I want the cue ball to go up into this cluster pretty hard. I want that cue ball to come loose and the balls to open up, which doesn't really happen. So still not a great rack. I still don't have a break ball. Now the 4 ball is a possible break ball. It's kind of high. So I go right to this stripe. It's the only shot I have. And I'm thinking that I want to knock the 14 hard enough so it comes off this rail and does not tie up with the 11. That is what I was trying to accomplish, and I know the cue ball is going to come up table and give me a shot on the 4 or the 13 or the 1. I'm shooting a little fast. Slow down there, Bob. So I failed in that. I've created another problem for myself on this rail. I've got to deal with that. I still don't have a great break ball, but I'm too thin on the 1 on the side, but I've got a very good shot on the 13. So this I'm going to draw. I think I'm going to draw this into the 15. That's what I would. Watching this video back, that's what I would do. And I'm seeing the cue ball double kissing it, but opening these balls up, and I should get a shot on this ball or the 1 on the side or something like that. Let's see what I do try to do. Nope, I hit it soft. Okay, so I'm playing it in a more controlled fashion because yeah. Now I can see what I was seeing. It was a very simple matter to get this angle to open up those balls. So what I'm judging, the 5 ball does not pass the 15. So I've got 2 problems, this one and this one. But rather than dealing with this one by drawing the cue ball into the 15 hard, I just played this. And probably what I'm thinking is that with the 1 ball here and the 4 ball, I have opportunities to open up these 2 balls on the rail. That makes this the priority, and this was such a natural shot I'm thinking that's why I made that decision. So you don't want your cue ball tied up here. You definitely, yeah, well, I split those balls. I was going to say you want to hit the 11. You want to hit the higher ball. That way the cue ball and that ball move this way and open up. If you hit this ball on the bottom, then your cue ball can be trapped here on the rail with a really tough shot. So as it is, I don't have an easy shot on any of these balls. I'm a little thin on the 1. And what I really have been trying to get to and would love to do is a slight enough angle on this one so that I can have the cue ball go to the rail and hit the 5 and make it a break ball. That would be ideal. And if I do that right, even though the 15 is close, if I can do that right, I should have a shot on the 15 next. And if I don't, I'll have a shot on the 4 or the 6. So that's what I was hoping to get to accomplish. I'm trying to remember which ball I shoot. Oh, okay. So I'm too thin on the 1. So I could shoot the 4, but I can't run into these balls. I'm a little thin on this stripe. This is the easiest shot, but the position on the 1 from there is more difficult. What I could do easily is send the cue ball to the rail and over here for either the 6 or the 7. But what I decide to do is play position straight across the table because it's a pretty fast table, and I feel like if I go between the 5 and the 1, the cue ball is going to bounce out to here, and I'll have that angle that I want. So really focusing on that position, and you notice that the 14 hit right here. So I hit that thick, and I do not have the angle I wanted in the 1. And yeah, I'm pointing, I wanted the cue ball here. And a lot of people would look at that shot and say, oh, you didn't hit it hard enough. That's why the cue ball didn't come out there. No, that's not why the shot went wrong. The 14 ball hit here. Had I hit the 14 ball thin enough to go into the center of the pocket, the cue ball would have traveled farther, and it would have been out here. So I'm still thinking about getting behind that 5 ball. And believe it or not, I've been playing a little bit of 9 ball lately, and so I'm more comfortable with longer positional routes. And what I see is a very natural angle to shoot the 1 in the side, and the cue ball is going to go here, and I can play speed to land the cue ball on the rail. And the reason why I want to do that is from there, I can get the cue ball behind the 5. That may look a little bit crazy, but if you've been playing some 9 ball lately like I have been, it really isn't. It's very controllable. So I take a good look on the exact line I want. I just want to come to the rail and hit that 5 ball full and make it into a break ball. It helps that the shot is very simple. So all the focus here is on that tangent line of the cue ball and the speed. And I would say I hit that, well, I went a little bit lower on the rail than I needed, but look at my fist pump. I'm happy. I'm very happy. This 5 ball is a much better break shot than the 4. So now, after dealing with all that trouble, there's only 4 balls left to shoot and get on my break shot. The only shot available to me now is the 15. That's fine. The 5's my break ball, and the 4 is close to it, so that can be a key ball. So I want to go from the 15 ball to either the 6 or, what is that, the 11 maybe? And so I consider this route to the bottom rail, side rail. That would be great. But I'm very close to this, and it's a pretty sharp angle, and I'm really going to have to load it up with a lot of left English to make that happen. Alternatively, if I don't think I can accomplish that, I could come deeper in the corner and come past center table for the 6. That's not a bad option either. If you don't hit it well, let's say the cue ball stops here, you've got a shot on the 4, and then you can get on the break ball in another fashion. But looking at it, what I decide to do, I'm really close to this ball, I decide to use right English because I have a line to bring the cue ball here. And I'll have a shot on either the 6 or this 11 down the rail. And it's an easier route. That's why I choose it. I think it's more controllable. And if I could shoot it again, I would pinch it with just a hair more English and get that position. As it is, it doesn't turn out correctly. So the previous shot I hit so well, I had a fist pump. I was so happy. And on this shot, oh my gosh, look at me. It was just right into the fire from the frying pan. Why did I do that? Ruined my break shot. And now I'm out of line. I've got a shot on the 6, shot on the 4. The 4, I consider trying to maneuver the cue ball in some way to lay it up here for a break shot, but that's not going to work. So let me pause this real quick. Ooh, there we go. I initially considered then, I'm going to go ahead and use the 4 ball as my break ball, even though it's high. what I initially considered was shooting the 6 and using this 2-rail route to come this way. I figured, oh, I'll have a shot on either one of these, and then I can use the other one to bounce out to pass center table to get on the 4 ball as the break shot. But again, that's more cue ball movement than I need to do. I decided, no, look, the 5 ball leads to the 11, leads to the 6. Just play the simple pattern. And I've got a little bit more angle that I'm comfortable with on the 5, but the 5's, it's just past the center diamond. Easy task to just kill the ball, and I'll have a slight angle on the 11. I can hit the 5 ball softly. I can hit the 11 ball softly. So both of those pockets are bigger because of that. Here, I just want to make sure I bounce off the rail and have an angle on the 6. Didn't even need the wider pockets. I hit both of those balls pretty cleanly. Now I'm looking at the line. I want to be on this line somewhere for the break shot. So real simple shot on the 6. All the attention, the mental focus on this shot is how much English do I need to get the cue ball to come over there? And so once again, real happy with the result on that. Hit that really well. Now remember what this rack looked like at the beginning? It looked impossible. You got to stay positive, make good choices, and shoot your best shots, and just stay positive and give it a good stroke. You never know what can happen. Now with a high cue ball, I know that if I hit it hard, the cue ball is going to deflect straight into the top of the rack. And I decide on this break shot to not stroke it hard. I'm going with a medium soft stroke. I just want to open them up and get the cue ball to the rail and off. So it doesn't even go to the rail, but not a very hard break shot. As it turns out, I've got a easy shot on that 3 ball, and a follow stroke is going to open up this cluster, and I have 3 insurance balls, or 2 insurance balls, this one and this one. So I'm in business. If you enjoyed that, here's a link to my Rack of the Week playlist and a link to an advanced spot shot drill. And be sure to check out my flat rack at storyflatrack.com. Thanks for watching.